Alright, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. I hope you guys are doing good today. Make sure to like and comment. I'm actually going to tell you about school, okay? School's been on my mind for a couple of hours now, and I just want to say one thing. I am going to miss it, but also not just miss it, but also this is my first ever time and first ever year that I'm not going to school. So, as you may know, school started yesterday. I think a lot of you are probably in bed now because you guys are back to school. Whenever you watch it in school if you want, if you have time. That could be something to add onto that list on that video that I made about how to pass the time. So, yeah, I'm not going to be in school. And why? Well, I graduated. I'm a high school graduate. I got my diploma in a pandemic, which is interesting. It's a first for me. I thought I'd never, for a minute I never thought I would get my diploma in a pandemic. I knew that I was going to get my diploma because I'm a hard worker, but I just want to share a memory, well, a few memories actually, with you guys about school, and it's actually about this past year. So I was in 12th grade, essentially a year ago now. So I'm going to be mentioning my experience. Now, if you go to Cripple and Slayer 2, you will see a video of a pep rally. It's, what is it called? Let me get you the right video title on. You'll see it. Okay? So, let me go to it and I'll tell you the exact name of the video. It's a very cool video. It's about a pep rally at high school. It was my first and it was just my first, because it wasn't the last pep rally, but, last time ever having a first, So, I'm going to tell you the title of the video. To make you laugh if you're sad, go check out on my popular uploads, Awkward Conversation. It's on Cripple and Slayer 2. And I highly recommend that video. But the video that I'm going to tell you, okay, so it's a year ago, and it's Oak Hill High School pep rally with an exclamation point and a smiley face. And in the thumbnail, you'll see my best friend in the whole wide world, Hannah Phipps. She's holding her phone. And my boy Matthew, is next to me in the picture. You see his arm in the thumbnail. And it's between the video Etonojin Jinan and Young Penny debut with Young Sheldon season 4. So yeah. Anyway, so let me talk about my memories. So I wanted to start off by saying I was uncomfortable. And I'm not going to go into great detail, but a lot of you know that I was so uncomfortable with going to high school. And that girl in the thumbnail made me feel so great. And just made me feel special and made me feel needed. And so did my boy Matt. But I want to focus on Hannah because Hannah was my go-to friend, best friend. And honestly, if it wasn't for her, I wouldn't have made it through Oak Hill High School. And honestly, she is the best thing that's ever happened to my life. She's such a dear best friend. Anyway, I'm going to get into the memories, and I'm going to get into it, so let's do it. So, well, I would get up every morning and I would have a routine. And my routine was I'd get up, I would, go to the bathroom, do my business, get out, get dressed, and then I would go downstairs and I would put on my deodorant and I'd put on my Axe body spray cologne, put on my cologne, and yeah. And if you're wondering what type of deodorant, it was Brute. So it was BRUT. There's no E at the end of this one. So, yeah. And, anyway, I would put that on, and, I was partially ready for my day. And my mom would be in the kitchen packing my lunch for the day. What she did at nighttime, she would set up everything before she went to bed and when I went to bed for school. And it was cool because, honestly, my mom is the best, and without her I couldn't have made it through school. Same with my dad, he helped me get through school, and he drove me to school up until some once in a while in 12th grade, but very rarely I rode the bus mainly in 12th grade, but from, I think about, I would say 7th on to 11th grade, I had, my dad. And if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't have made it. And I feel I felt bad for people. It was like one day I saw this girl, and she walked in the rain to get to school, and I felt so bad for her. I was like, oh my God, I'm so sorry you had to walk in the rain, and you're gonna be drenched. You don't have anything to dry yourself off with. Towel, nothing. I felt so bad for that girl. I don't know her name, but I felt bad for her. Anyway, but that was back at Fayetteville, FHS. Anyway, back to Oak Hill. I love this so much. Once I finished eating and I got my bag ready, my backpack ready for school, I was happy. Because I knew that I was going to see my best friend in the whole wide world. And she always made me smile once I walked through that door. I thought, oh my God, this is my best friend. And she is honestly the best thing ever. I don't know what I'd do without her. She's just amazing. I think about her all the time. I'm always going to, too. And no matter where I am in the world, I will always be here for her until I rest eternally. And hopefully you guys get that reference. If you're young and you're like 10 or under and you don't know what I'm saying, it's death basically. I think a lot of you, if you're like 10 or under, you know what death is. But I wanted to say it in a nicer way. But anyway, I would go outside. It would still be pitch black. The stars would be twinkling, looking down at me, saying a hello to me Monday through Friday, every week. And I would go down the hill. And, sometimes I would text Hannah and say hello. And it made me happy. And every time I talked to her, she made my heart tingle. And, it was just a good best friend feeling. And I wouldn't trade it for the world. Anyway, I'd go down pitch black. My dad was always by my side. Always chat to me before I went to school. We'd stand at the bus stop on the hill. It's not actually a bus stop, but to us it was, because that was when I got picked up by the bus, but it wasn't a bus stop. It's just the bottom of my hill, but we called it the bus stop. Anyway, I would be standing there, and I couldn't wait to get on that bus, look out the window, and see the world. You know, for a few minutes every single day throughout the week, I would see the world. I'd see cars go by. I would see people sometimes walking across the road. I would see all of this beautiful stuff, man. Like, just seeing cars go by is cool. Especially if it's on the way to school, and, you know, it just made me feel like it was just nice. Anyway, I got to school, and I saw Hannah, and I have to mention this. I really do. I was not gonna lie, she was bummed. And I'm glad that I was there for her to change that around for her. I'm not gonna go into great